Welcome to another Digital Juice third-party product demo. Today's offering is a fun one that actually packages together 3 applications from ProDAD. ProDAD Hieroglyph, which is a funky text generator, ProDAD Vitascene, which is an effects and transitions plugin, and Mercalli, which is a software image stabilizer. We'll linger a little longer on the Mercalli stabilization in just a minute, as it is used in a real project I'm working on right now. With the exception of Mercalli, the other 2 ProDAD apps operate as standalone plugins, meaning that while they do act as plugins in a handful of the most popular apps, Adobe Premiere, Avid Liquid, Express, Canopus Edius, Sony Vegas, ULEAD Media Studio Pro, and Pinnacle Studio, when you access the plugin from within your software, it opens the standalone app from ProDAD. This is a very quick and convenient way to work, but it's also unnecessary since you can just run the standalone Hieroglyph titler or Vitascene effects app and work that way if you want, meaning that this software is basically broadly compatible with whatever app you use. I'm not going to spend basically any time on training for Hieroglyph or Vitascene, but I will say that there's a lot of inline help and online training videos available from ProDAD, so I can say that the software is well supported. One tiny highlight of Hieroglyph is animated hand-drawn lines, like you might see on a football game broadcast. The Hieroglyph implementation is one of the easiest software versions that I've worked with and has a ton of presets. It's also very easy to animate text along hand-drawn paths. Vitascene is a very straightforward effects and transitions app that includes popular light ray effects and some really nice defocus filters with credible bokeh that, with a little masking, can create pseudo tilt shift pictures. Again, these are just highlights, and there's a ton more to these apps than I can show you in just a few minutes. Let's take a more detailed look at the Mercalli image stabilization, which isn't the flashiest member of the bundle, but it might be the most powerful. In fact, let's start with the project. I'm a bit of an amateur naturalist and was visiting a friend a few weeks ago when we spotted a family of burrowing owls. I had my consumer camcorder with me, like I usually do, but my travel tripod was in my car. As you can see, handheld shots of wildlife while zooming in 5 or 10x is, as Dr. Carl Sagan used to say, an exercise in futility. The proper solution to this is to go back to the car and get the tripod, of course, but I was a little bit lazy, so now I have to fix it in post. I'll bring my footage into my editing app and add Mercalli as a filter effect. The first task is to analyze the video. I'm going to go with the defaults at first, click the button, and away we go. You can see the areas Mercalli is analyzing and the estimated possible movement vectors. You can also see the frame rate of the analysis, which is about 10 frames per second on my last gen computer. Fundamentally, Mercalli is going to detect camera motion in the scene and then automatically track and stabilize the image. The cost is going to be that it will be unable to do this on the full frame, since moving the shot a little bit left is going to leave a gap on the right. So Mercalli is going to zoom in a little, which is going to result in a loss of a little resolution and inevitably soften the picture a bit. This is definitely a good trade-off, however. The software does an excellent job, and in this demo, for example, you will be entirely unable to see any image degradation at all. Now, I also have an advantage right now in this situation in that I'm working with 1080i source video in a 720p project for HD internet distribution, so we actually won't lose any resolution at all. Let's look at some of the expert mode advanced settings. I'm going to kick up the motion detection to more valid, which will slow the analysis down, but honestly, I'd wait all night for a better render, so no worries. There are a slew of other options, and after every change, you'll need to reanalyze the video. I'd select a short segment of video to test before applying it to the longer segments. There are also a number of preset profiles up top that may help you get what you need, but honestly, the interface here isn't all that complex, and 20 minutes worth of experimentation should get you what you want. As you can see, more advanced options can slow things down, but again, I feel it's worth it to get it right. One other feature I want to point out is the horizontal split screen that'll give you a before and after comparison. Ultimately, however, I think you'll find that for reasonably carefully shot handheld video, the results of Mercalli's processing is as dramatically different as night is from day.